Hi there, my name's Helen Bullen and I wanted to jump on and tell you about my experience of working with Lucy. First of all, what I really want to say is it was excellent. I can't recommend Lucy high enough. Now, I joined Lucy's ABOO Group and I spent time with Lucy and the other people in the group, and we worked our way through a structure that Lucy provided, honing in our skills on writing a book. And if I'm honest, I started off thinking I'd got a book and I'd got it written, it was just on my computer. But if I really thought about it, I'd been saying that to myself for years and I'd never got it out to be a book. Those little things that you need to know when you're writing a book and things that actually make it easier, Lucy was able to bring for me. So I was part of the group, and what I really enjoyed was the camaraderie between the people on there. I think it could never be underestimated, the power of a group. The group, when you know other people are on the same sort of journey, and maybe on a day you're feeling good, somebody else isn't feeling quite so good, and you can cheer them on, and it works the other way too. There are other days as well that you all want to celebrate what you've done, and each milestone, Lucy makes sure each milestone, each little thing you do is really well celebrated. You don't feel like you can't ask a question. Lucy lets you ask anything, and she always comes back over and above whatever you need to know. So I worked my way through with Lucy, and as I kept going and kept going, something happened. This happened. I managed to become an author, something that I'd always wanted to do. And I'm going to say to you now, look inside yourself. Do you keep saying, I want to be an author, or I'm going to be an author, but never quite take the steps to get there? This is where Lucy is like gold dust. She is the person, along with the group, that definitely got me to this stage. And I truly believe because I joined the group, I became an author. If I hadn't joined the group, what I think would have happened is I would have carried on saying for many more years, I've got a book part written. It's part written and I'm going to publish it one day. And I would have kept saying that. The reality is, that's what most people say. When you become an author, it's amazing how many people will come up to you and say, I've always wanted to write a book. And if you ask them back, why not? They say, well, I'm going to do it. I'm sure I'm going to do it. But they never. I can see those same people a few years later and they've still not written their book. The key is to get yourself a coach and mentor. And what I'm going to say is get yourself a coach and a mentor who's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And that's what I really liked about Lucy, was her ability to have the knowledge and yet impart it in a really simple way for me to understand to get to this point. So let me just say to you today, change your mindset. Please don't walk around saying, I could be an author, I'm going to be an author. Instead, do something about it and become the author you've always wanted to be. Just to finish off, I just want to reiterate, I can only highly recommend Lucy and her group. It really was due to Lucy and this group that this was ever born. And I'm really proud now to say I am an author, and what probably like me you're going to start saying is, and I want to write another book.